Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fine and doing well. Today, let's start with the same chapter number 17, Star and the Solar System. And today, we are going to start with new topic, that is satellites. Okay, so yes, let's talk about what is satellites. So, we have already studied about different types of celestial bodies, right, in our previous video. Now, today we are going to learn about what is satellites. So, just as celestial bodies which revolve around the sun or other stars, that is called planet, right? So, in the same way, yes, celestial body which revolves around a planet is called as satellite. Okay, so thus a satellite is a celestial body that revolves around a planet. You can see in the figure number 24. Yes, so Earth is a planet since the moon revolves around the Earth. Therefore, moon is a satellite of the Earth. Okay, now, so the satellite revolves around to the planets due to the gravitational pull of the planet. Means why they revolve around? Due to the gravitational pull of the planet. Okay, so let's start with moon. So we all know what is moon. Yes, so moon is a natural satellite of the Earth. You can see figure number 25. This is the picture of moon, right? So the moon revolves around the Earth on a different regular path. The moon's orbit, you can see in figure number 26. The gravitational attachment, yes, or attraction of the Earth that holds the moon on its orbit, and the Earth along with the moon revolves around to the sun. You can see figure 26. Yes. The moon also rotates on its axis. Now, moon is the closest celestial object to the Earth. Okay, now the surface, we can only says that the surface of the moon is covered with hard and loose dirt and craters, and we can say the mountains. You can see, yes, here you can see the surface. Now, moon appears to be much bigger than any stars because it is much more nearest to the Earth than the stars. Actually, all the planets and stars are much bigger than the moon. Moon is the huge ball of the rock. Okay, so moon surface is covered with the hard and loose dirt. Okay, these may be craters of different size of the surface of the moon. You can see in the figure number 27, surface of the moon. Please note the crystals of the moon surface. Yes. So on the moon, days are extremely hot and nights are extremely cold. Man has landed on the moon. Yes, the first man to the land on the moon was an American astronaut, Neil Armstrong. Yes, in July 1969. We was followed by the another astronaut, that is Edwin Aldrin, that shortly afterwards. See in the figure number 28. Yes, now the moon does not produce its own light. Even then we are able to see it shining in the night sky, right? So we are able to see the moon because the sunlight falling on the moon that get reflected towards the Earth. You can see in this figure. Yes, now the moon shines with the sunlight reflected by it. Okay, and so reflected. We can however see only the part of the moon from which sunlight is reflected towards us on the Earth. Please note that though the moon reflects sunlight, we can see the moon only during the night time, when the sun is not present in our sky. You can see figure number 29. So the moon always shows the same face on the Earth and it rotates on its axis. This is because the moon completes one rotation on its axis in the same time, and which it takes a complete one revolution around the Earth. Okay, so we never sees the back side of the moon from the Earth. We will now discuss the face of the moon. Okay, so if we observe the moon continuously, even night of a month, for a month, we will find that there is one day in the month when the moon cannot be seen in the night, even when the sky is clear and there is no clouds. So the day, or rather night, or which the moon is not visible, that is called the new moon day. You can see in figure number 30A. I'll show you. Yes. So new moon day is called Amavasya in Hindi. Okay, Amavasya. So we have a very dark night on this day of the month because there is no moonlight at all. So on the next day, only a small curve like portion of the moon appears. Yes, yes. So in the night sky, now you can see figure number B. Yes, now this is known as crescent moon. Okay, crescent moon. So thereafter, every night the size of the bright visible part of the moon appears to become brighter and brighter, so giving us many shapes, that including half moon and more than half moon. You can see figure number C and D. Yes, after 15 days, after 15 days from the new moon day, we can see the whole bright disk of the moon in the night sky. So there is also one day in a month when the moon is visible as a partly around ball of light in the sky, and the day, or rather night, on which the whole bright disk of the moon is visible to us on the earth, that is called full moon day. You can see figure number E. Yes, so the full moon day is called Purnima in Hindi. Okay, so we have the maximum moonlight during the night on this day of the month. So thereafter, every night the size of the bright visible part of the moon goes on becoming smaller and smaller. Okay, you can see FGH. Okay, and this process, yes, repeat. So the different shapes or appearance of the bright visible part of the moon as seen from the earth during a whole month are called the face of the moon. Okay, so we will explain the formation of face of the moon. Okay, now, so as the moon revolves around the earth once every month and move around the sun along with the earth, different amount of its sunlit surface are turned towards the earth, that leading to the change in the appearance of moon and formation of face of the moon. Yes, again you can see one picture. Yes, yes, this is the diagram to shows the position of the moon on its orbit and its corresponding phases. Okay, so we can have one new moon and one full moon during a month. Okay, so which is the time taken by the moon to complete one revolution around the earth. The time period between one full moon and the next full moon is actually 29.5 days. The moon based calendars, that is called lunar calendars, this period of 29.5 days is taken as a month. So some other members of the solar system, like in addition to the sun, planet and satellite, the solar system also included asteroids, yes, comets and meteoroids. Okay, so now we will describe these members on the solar system in detail. So let us start with asteroids. What is asteroids? Okay, so see, first this picture is given. Asteroids are small celestial objects which revolve around the sun between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so asteroids are called as the minor planet. Okay, means smallest planet. The asteroids are rocks of various size, means they are generally rocks. The biggest asteroids are the hundreds of the kilometer in diameter, whereas the smallest asteroids are only 100 of meter in the diameter. Okay, and asteroids are the member of the solar system. Now let's talk about comets. What is comets? Okay, so comets are very small celestial objects that is made up of gas and dust which revolve around the sun in the highly elliptical orbit and become visible only when they come closer to the sun. Okay, so as a comet approaches the sun, it develops a long growing tail and become visible to us. You can see figure number 33, a comet in the night light. Yes, night sky. So thus, a comet is a collection of gases and dust which appears as a bright ball of the light in the sky with a long glowing tail when it comes close to the sun. You can also see figure number 34, a comet in orbit around the sun. So comets are smaller than any asteroids. Okay, so comets are also the member of our solar system. Okay, so the period of revolution of the comets around the sun is very large. For example, Halley's comet has a period of revolution is about 76 years. Okay, so this is called as basically a comet. Now next we having is meteoroids. So we can say yes, meteors and meteoroids. Meteoroids are celestial objects which range in size from a tiny sand grain and big boulders of several hundred tons and revolve around the sun in their orbit. Meteoroids are mainly left behind by the disintegration of the asteroids and comets. Meteoroids are much smaller than asteroids and comets. They are much smaller. Okay, meteoroids are the member of the solar system. Yes, because they revolve around the sun. Meteoroids are the celestial bodies from the sky which we see as a brighter streak of light that flashes for a moment across the sky. You can see figure number 35. So the meteoroids are commonly called as the shooting stars. Okay, and a meteor is called as a shooting star because viewed from the earth, and it looks like a streak of the starlight that shooting across the night of the sky. The main difference between a star and a shooting star is that a star has its own light, but a shooting star has no lights on its own. Okay, and a meteor does not burn up completely or entering the earth atmosphere and lands on the earth. That is called meteoroids. You can see this meteoroids fell in the Australia in 1969. Yes, understood? Yes, this is looking like brownish and black in color. Now let's talk about what is artificial satellites. So a man-made spacecraft placed in orbit around the earth is called as artificial satellite. So you can see the artificial satellite which is made up of man. Yes, so the motion of artificial satellite around the earth is maintained by the gravitational pull of the earth. The artificial satellite carry a large variety of equipment and instrument inside them. For example, they may carry some sound and pictures, relaying machines, camera, infrared, sensors, telescope, and many other instruments required for doing different jobs. So, the elasticity that required for running and equipments of an artificial satellite that is provided by a solar cell. And the solar cells converted sunlight into electricity. Understood? Yes. So the technique of collecting information about an object from a distance without making a physical contact with the object, that is called remote sensing. Okay? Yes. Now, artificial satellites have many practical applications or uses which help our lives in many ways. The important applications or artificial satellites is given below. First is, artificial satellites are used for communication such as long distance transmission of television program and radio programs, telephone calls and internet, right? So the artificial satellite used for the communication purposes. Now, artificial satellites are also used for weather forecasting such as rainfall, snowfall, etc. and for giving advance warning of flood and cyclones, etc. Okay. Now, artificial satellites are also used for the surviving the natural resources of the earth like mineral, agriculture, crops and potential fishing zones in the sea, etc. Okay. Now, Artificial satellite are also useful for the spying for military purposes, like observing the movement of enemy troops and military equipments, taking pictures of enemy airfield and harbors, etc. Okay. Artificial satellite are also used to collecting information about other planets, stars and galaxies, etc. Yes. So you can see this is Aryabhat's. Yes. So India has launched many artificial satellite. The first artificial satellite launched by the Indian was Aryabhat. See in figure number 38. It was launched in the year 1975. Some other Indian satellite are Bhaskar, INSAT, IRIS, Rohini, Kalpana 1 and EDUSAT. INSAT stand for Indian National Satellite, IRS stand for Indian Remote Sensing Satellite, whereas EDUSTR stand for Educational Satellite. The agency is responsible for the development of a space science program in our country, and the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. We are now ISRO. Okay, so this is made up of this is made by Aryabhat, and this is called by as Aryabhat. Okay, so this is called satellites and the uses and the importance of satellite. So I hope that you understood this chapter, and this chapter is very interesting and very useful and very knowledgeable based, right? So here's now question answers is there, so you can do your question answers. Yes, thank you.